things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Mississippi State's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes, all the people talking about all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking.
He's loose down the middle. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. Mississippi State right back to the line. And so much for feeling each other out for a few plays. These guys come out spinning it.
All gas, no brakes. Come in and spin them.
There he goes. That's where they'll mark him a very productive play and a first down.
And that's what...
They'll run the RPO and throw it right.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Makes the grab on the left. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Offense gets set for second down. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. Quick with the spin move. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath.
In college football, you see this a ton now. And you use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. He's going for a big play downfield. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this third down in Starkville. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside.
Oh, he's got some space. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, LSU! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
the Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. They're working that left side. Turns it on at midfield. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Opening play of the drive from the 39. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. And let's see what they do on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man quickly. At the 35, he's got room. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. New set of downs after the completion. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. He goes down. Wants to go up top on first down. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Looking to throw on first down. Going to take a shot at this DB. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. A strike downfield. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays. LSU has had guy after guy after guy that you can name that can do that, and they might just have another.
The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
And I understand what the offense is trying to do. Use the wide side of the field, right? Use all that space, picks on the outside.
Time to take a shot. Makes the grab at the 10. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
Well, this quarterback has found a really nice rhythm here on this drive. He just looks dialed in. He's doing a great job in the pre-snap, seeing the safety rotation, and that time saw the one-on-one matchup to take a shot. And
into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers.
And this QB's starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
He'll return it. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Got the quick completion. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Barmore. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Finds the tight end. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Or will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. They'll run it. Find some fresh air. Turning it on. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. Splits the uprights. Good. That'll bring him to within 4. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
No love lost between teams anytime they square off inside the Big Ten. Here's one that's just gone final. Michigan came through with a lunch pail, hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won. And the fact this wasn't ever really in question.
Here's the pressure.
Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had going to take a shot. He's got it down the right side. Wide open. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. And you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half. Because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Wants to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Picked up a a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Makes the grab. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And the Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Oh, they're after him. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit.
There he goes. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, LSU. And they take it in for 6 more points. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Time to get off a play before we head to halftime. The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Mississippi State has it teed up, ready to go here in the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Will run the offense out onto the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Pocket breaking down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. That one comes out hot down the right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I don't know how the defense allowed that guy to get so wide open. Obviously, he's got tons of speed. We know that. But you've got to key on him and at least have 2 people running with him deep down the field. That time, that must have been a coverage bust because he was way too open.
Handoff from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Uncorks it. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Power football with the run. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Right on the money. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. He's got the back in the middle. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Gives it on the option. Touchdown, Tigers! And the stomping has commenced. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Finds Zach Freeze, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Sends it back in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Barmore. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They go to the ground. Powers through the defender. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll start this drive from the 42. To the air on first down. Working that left side now. Oh, he's got some space. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42. Now on first down from the 43. From the gun, the running back has it. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Going to take a shot. It's a big stride inside the 10. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. Backs looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmaker, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football, he'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes a catch at the 20. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. It's complete to the left. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another playoff here in the 3rd. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. From the gun. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown LSU. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. With that last... Things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense... just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. They went 3 and out the last time they had it. At this point of the game, you just can't afford many.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. And they got to get more creative. But whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's going for the big play. Snags it. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. The penalty wipes out the big play and the touchdown. It is just a punch in the gut for any offense. Offense in an empty set. They'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. They dialed up the perfect call. Splendid execution. Now they've got it threatening. 1st and 10 from the fires deep toward the end zone. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You probably sub yourself out and take your game. But
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
To the air on second down. He's not afraid to go deep. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass. Up fourth down.
I like the execution by this defense. Nice job, situational football, right? Like understanding where the sticks are. You probably know they're going to pass the football on this down. Great job breaking on the football when the quarterback throws it and forcing the incompletion.
He's going for it all. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He fires one deep down the right side. And that makes 5 Offense in a bunch formation. Wants to go up top on first down. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down. Wants to throw again. He's got it on the run. And they're going to score again. Yet another touch. No matter how much college football